Welcome to the deep dive. We're jumping straight into a really captivating Major League Soccer match that went down recently.
That's right. We're looking at Philadelphia Union versus Inter Miami CF, Saturday, May 24th, 2025, over at Subaru Park.
And for this deep dive, we've pulled together quite a bit of material.
Yep, we've got news reports from places like Compass.com, Bola.net, the Philly Soccer page, Seek Sport, Media Indonesia, Paddock Jawapos, Sportsmole, MLSsoccer.com.
And YouTube transcripts too, right? FOX Soccer, ESPN FC, others.
Exactly. Insights from Lee Jungen and even Inter Miami's own channel. So a good mix.
Okay, so our mission today is basically to unpack this match. It was high scoring, loads of drama, a 3-3 draw in the end. We want to go beyond the scoreline, you know?
Find those key moments, pull out the real insights. And what makes it interesting is, well, the context. Philadelphia leading the East, looking solid.
Well, Inter Miami, they've been struggling a bit for wins lately.
Exactly. So you might have expected maybe a more straightforward Philly win, but that's not quite how it played out.
Not at all. Okay, let's dive in. Philadelphia, they came out pretty strong.
Oh, yeah. Flying out of the blocks. 7th minute, Quinn Sullivan scores. And this kid's been having a great season. Just got called up to the U.S. national team, too.
And this goal, it wasn't just a tap-in, was it?
No, not at all. It was described as a banger in some reports. A right-footed shot from just outside the box, kind of near the left corner of the area.
Okay. Came from a short corner.
Yeah, with Kai Wagner. What's interesting is the expected goals, the XG, was apparently pretty low on it, like 10%.
Wow.
But he just smashed it. Top center of the net. The keeper, Oscar Ustari from Miami, really had no chance. It just shows Sullivan's form, his confidence right now.
Definitely riding that wave from the national team call-up. And Philly didn't stop there in the first half.
Nope. Just before halftime, 44th minute, they got another one. Bit of a scramble in the box, it sounds like.
Who was involved in that one?
Michael Warrig got the ball from Indiana Vasilev, and then he set up Ty Baribo.
Baribo, the league's top scorer, right? One of them.
Yeah, exactly. Sources mention him leading the Golden Boot race. This was apparently his 12th, maybe 13th goal, depending where you look. Powerful shot, top left corner.
Making it 2-0. And some reports mentioned a defensive error on Miami's part leading up to it.
That's right. A bit of a blunder helped Philadelphia there. Shows how clinical finishers like Baribo can punish any mistake.
So 2-0 at the break. Philly's looking comfortable at home. But the second half was a different story.
Completely different vibe. Inter Miami clearly came out with more intent, more aggression.
And they got a goal back relatively early?
Yeah, about 15 minutes in, so around the 60th minute mark. Tadeo Allende.
How did that one come about?
It was a header, center of the box. No Allen put in a cross. He got in the ball from Jordi Alba out wide. Good finish. Made it 2-1.
Okay, so Miami have a lifeline. Game on again.
For a bit, yeah. But Philadelphia, they hit back pretty quickly.
Oh, they did. I thought the comeback was more sustained.
Well, Miami kept pushing. But Philly restored their 2-goal cushion first. 73rd minute, it was Baribo again. A brace for him then.
Yep, second of the game. This one sounded more like a poacher's goal. Inside the box, bottom left corner.
Okay, and how did that chance develop?
Came from a long throw-in, apparently. Caused a deflection. Ball fell kindly. And Baribo was, sharp enough to pounce on it. Classic striker's goal, really.
Right place, right time. So 3-1 Philadelphia, maybe 15, 20 minutes left to play. Sold out crowd at Subaru Park.
Yeah.
You'd think that's game over.
You absolutely would.
Yeah.
Especially given Philly's form. But then you have Lionel Messi.
Ah, yes. The magic moment, 87th minute.
Yeah, late in the game.
Yeah.
Free kick. And described as, spectacular seems to be the consensus.
Where was it from?
Just off dead center, outside the box. He just curled it beautifully, top left corner. The keeper, Andrew Rick for Philly, he just couldn't get there.
And Rick's young, isn't he? Only 19.
Yeah, one source mentioned he's only 19. There was some chatter, particularly on the YouTube commentary feeds, about the wall maybe not being set up perfectly.
Mm-hmm. But still, the quality of the strike, undeniable. Pure Messi. Suddenly it's 3-2, and you can feel the tension ramp right up for those final minutes plus stoppage time.
And it went deep into stoppage time, didn't it? The final twist.
It really did.
Yeah.
90th minute plus 5. Just when you think Philly have seen it out, Telasco Segovia pops up with the equalizer.
Wow. Just like that. How did he score?
Seems like Messi was involved again, playing the pass. Segovia received it, Sources differ slightly, maybe just outside the box. Maybe Messi passed from further out, but Segovia finished it. Right-footed shot.
Into the right corner.
Into the right corner, yeah. Just incredible drama, right at the death, to salvage a point from Miami. And apparently it was Segovia's first goal since way back in early March.
What a time to get it. So 3-3, the final score. Just a wild game. When you look back across all the reports, what are the main takeaways? The big picture stuff.
Well, one thing that stands out is the possession stat. One source had Inter Miami with 67% possession.
67%. But they were trailing 2-0 at halftime.
Exactly. Shows possession doesn't always equal dominance on the scoreboard, especially early on. They had attacking intent, sure, but Philly were just way more clinical in that first half.
So Philly's efficiency was key early on. Maybe their defense was bending but not breaking.
Seems like it. They were maybe compact, absorb pressure, and then hit quickly on the counter using guys like Uhrig and Sullivan.
And the momentum shift in the second half, what drove that, do you think, besides just, chasing the game?
Well, Ellen goal was huge for belief, obviously. Tactical tweaks from Miami's coach probably played a part too. More urgency, maybe more direct play. And then, you have Messi's individual brilliance that can just change things instantly.
Right. You also mentioned a disallowed goal for Miami.
Yeah, that's important too. There was an offside call that ruled out what could have been an earlier equalizer. Those moments, those marginal calls, they can completely change the flow and the feeling of a game.
And it sounds like it got a bit heated too. Lots of yellow cards.
It does suggest it was pretty competitive, yeah. Frey, Alba, Redondo for Miami got booked. Vasilev, Bueno, Glesnes, Jean-Jacques for Philly.
Wow, quite a few.
And one source mentioned Redondo's yellow was for an elbow, even went to VAR. So, definitely had an edge to it. Physical battle.
Must have been gutting for Philadelphia, though. Leading 3-1 late at home.
Oh, absolutely. You have to feel for them and their fans to be that close and let 2 points slip away in the final minutes, especially the equalizer so late. Mm-hmm. That's tough.
They stay top of the East, but still.
Yeah, still top. But it's a dent psychologically, maybe. For Miami, it's a point rescued, but they're still down in 6th. And we're looking to end that winless run they were on before this match.
Let's talk individuals quickly. Quinn Sullivan, more than just the goal.
Definitely. No. Sources praised his all-around game. Energy, creativity. That national team call-up seems to have boosted him. He's apparently aiming for 20 goal contributions this year, and that goal took him to 9. He's vital for Philly.
And Buribo, 2 goals, cements his spot as a top striker.
For sure. Showed his range, too. A powerful strike and a real poacher's finish. Intelligent movement, clinical. His goal tally speaks for itself.
And Messi, obviously. Right. Free kick, the late assist.
Yeah, what more can you say? Even when the team isn't maybe clicking perfectly for 90 minutes, he produces those moments. Game-changing quality. Demands so much attention, which helps others, too.
Then Segovia, the hero at the end.
Massive moment for him. Coming off the bench, scoring that crucial goal so late, great composure. Could be a real confidence booster, especially being his first goal in a while.
And quickly, the keepers, Ustari for Miami and young Andrew Rick for Philly.
Ustari was obviously beaten 3 times, but faced a clinical Philly early on. Rick, being only 19, faced a lot. Made saves, but the commentary questioned his positioning on the Messi free kick. Still, huge experience for a young keeper against that kind of talent.
Okay, so let's wrap this deep dive up. A thrilling 3-3 draw. Philly dominant early, Miami fighting back, Messi's magic, and that incredibly late equalizer.
Really surprising result given how the first, say, 70 minutes went. Really highlights the drama MLS can deliver.
Absolutely. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Inter Miami has all this star power, Messi's brilliance is undeniable, but this game really shows how crucial consistent team performance and, frankly, defensive solidity are in this league.
Right. It makes you wonder, what does one wild game like this tell us about the actual balance of power in the East going forward? How much weight do you put on cohesive team play versus those moments of individual genius? Something to keep an eye on as the season progresses.